aka Lady D, with some afternoon thought for you. Wow, I just had me a nice salad, and I'm feeling good. With the day so far, we're a little overcast, but that's okay. I'm doing my car conversation with you guys, part of my break today, and one of the thoughts I had today is in regards to women seeking. Should women seek to find that right one just like men do? We talked about men being seekers, hunters, looking for the right one. And should women also be seeking and looking for the right one? And I'd say keep yourself open and I would say open and available so that, especially when you're ready to receive, when that right one does come along, then you're ready to accept it. But should women be on the seek and hunt also? And that's quite interesting because we talk about and we try to live about, women just kind of falling back and allowing the men to approach and chase them, or to pursue them, not chase, to pursue them. But women also, as women, we need to be seekers as well in regards to being open and seeking the right one for us, if that makes any sense. So, therefore, if a man is the only one doing the seeking for him and the right fit, and the woman falls back and she just waits on him to seek her, perhaps he's not going to be the one that she wants to be sought by. You see what I'm saying? So, you know, I think individually, regardless of male or female, we have got to be in tune with ourselves enough to know exactly what we want and not and what we need, and not accept anything less than. So that then puts the woman in the driver's seat of being a seeker too, because she's trying to seek that right one for her. I'm not saying chase, I'm not saying strongly pursue, but I would say to seek. I look at that on a different spectrum, and I love to hear what you guys have to say about that. But women of today, and of all days, I believe this should have been something across the board where a woman should be in the loop of trying to weigh and find out if this man that's trying to, hunt her is the right one for her, because everyone who's on the hunt for you is not the right one for you. You see what I'm saying? They may see you as being a good catch for them, but they may not be a good catch for you. And that has a lot to do with the motives behind why a person wants to seek or is trying to pursue you in the first place. Because some have agendas. They have agendas that is not. I wish I had my water. Excuse me, you guys. I don't have my water. But anyway, some have agendas that is not on a positive plane. They have been put in a mindset to seek and to get what they can from something that they feel that is going to be on the up and up for them, for their own personal gain. So they're going to go hard into seeking and looking for someone who is receptive to allowing them to suck the life out of them. If you feel what I'm saying. So therefore, no, that wouldn't be a person that a woman would yes it is, Dexter. Yes it is. I agree. This wouldn't be someone that a woman should be ready to pursue and seek herself. But I believe, good afternoon, Dexter. I believe that women, to a certain extent, also, and correct me if you feel differently, but I believe that women also should be put in a situation to seek, as far as a compatible partnership or a compatible um, someone to get to know, to spend time with, to date. They have to have their interview log and their little book and take notes and their little, pursuit in the back of their minds as well as women. Because you both need to come together agreeably, knowing that the seek was worth it for the both of you, and not one be on one plane and the other on another. Because if you are not strong in your stance as far as knowing yourself, loving yourself, and that's male or female, understanding yourself, then you're not going to be in a position to know the difference as to what you need, want, desire, or like. You may end up accepting things on a whole nother realm or level than what is good for you, because you lack the knowledge and you lack also the love. Let me put this little plug in here. You lack the knowledge and you lack also the love for self to know the difference. So that's why it's important for a woman to also be a seeker, not a chaser, not a pursuer, but a seeker, seeking what is best for her, and not allowing someone to just take the full stage of everything and dictate that, oh, okay, I see that I'm seeking you and you're best for me. And who cares if I'm best for you because you're best for me? No, 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 no. It can't be like that. It has to be the both of you seeking and available to receive what's best for you. Now, some get it mixed up with they are out seeking and trying to pursue something on a level that they're not even willing to give of themselves. You see what I'm saying? Say, for instance, a man could be seeking a woman that is, uh, you know, with this boss figure, this, big booty, this big jugglers, and go to the gym often. But then again, he has a belly out here. He hardly ever leaves the chair at home when he's with his remote and beer. He's not into exercising himself, but he's seeking that type of woman, which, you know, in her perspective, she's also seeking someone that can meet her in the middle to do some of the things she likes to do and vice versa. So that may or may not be a good catch. But at the same time, some will seek and pursue the total opposite of what they'll do. I've heard some say, well, I don't want nobody that drinks and like to go out and hang out all the time and drink and smoke weed. No, I'm not dealing with it. But they smoke weed and they drink and they go out sometime. So They're seeking someone totally different from the demands that they're laying down. That right there is all bad. It's all bad. And it's not that you should be seeking someone or something that's 100% on your same plane, but if you're going to seek a particular type of person or particular type of ways that you want that person to sway in, then you got to be dancing that same tune somewhat. You got to be on that same planet. You got to be somewhere in that same zone. You feel me? So, therefore, whether you're a man or a woman, your right and your ability to seek what's best for you is warranted as far as you needing and looking for what's best for you. Never shortchange yourself. Never second guess yourself. Usually, your first thoughts, your first desires and needs, or whatever is that's where it's at. See, sometimes we'll overthink things or we're overweighted, and then before you know it, we had a certain status up here of how we wanted and needed something, and then it plummeted down to here after we kept second guessing. Well, maybe I shouldn't be feeling that way. Maybe I should feel this way. Maybe I shouldn't accept it like that. Maybe I should accept it like this. And all these maybe, and before you know it, you're back down to the bottom ground. Okay, whatever you set your sights on as far as your needs, wants, and desires, keep them there. Keep them there. Within means they should never be judged, they should never be weighted, they should never be changed or altered for no one. For no one. We spoke the other day, the video was about, waiting and how long, and compromising your standards and things of that nature, and a person understanding and accepting the fact that you are on one page with not wanting to do certain things, and they want to push and try to get you to do. Don't allow people to change who you are. Don't lower the standards of what you want and who you are to appease someone else. Don't do that. If you are, let me see what Dexter is saying. A lot of the time, that's a recipe for disaster. Yes, it is. It is a recipe for disaster because you're given into whatever it is this person or situation is wanting you to give into, and you're not doing it willingly. It's not a part of what you need and how you feel. And and that's why it's so important that women also be included in the seek. That's so important, because no one should be shortchanged. No one. And when you do, like Dexter is saying, someone who's extreme opposites. Now, we can take this a little further where you have some that would say opposites attract. You know, you may not have been per se looking for someone that was totally opposite of you, but they seem to have this funny attraction for one another, and they be extreme. This person is an introvert, that person is an extrovert. This person likes to party and get high and do this and that. This person likes to watch a good movie, stay home, cook, and just chill. I mean, you have these different dynamics. However, in some cases, depending on the dynamics, sometimes they help balance one another. And that's probably why the concept of opposites attract has even been thrown in the recipe here, because it may help balance. You may have one that's a big time spender, one that's a little bit more thriftier. So the one that's thriftier, I try to, will kind of help keep that big time spender on track, and it kind of just balance where sometimes they say if you're too much alike, both of you too much alike, then that could be an issue too, because there's no challenges, there's no, nothing to really learn or gain from the other because you're so much alike. So it just really depends. I think that with your seeking, though, you need to be in a mindset and in a pursuit focus of finding someone that complements you and that is great for you in whatever your likes, dislikes, your weaknesses, your strengths, whatever. They have to be a good fit for you to make sure that you guys can balance together and with one another. So it would be fair to put men in a category of being the seekers only, and the woman is really not sure or don't feel as though being sought after that is going to be good for her. So therefore, she has to seek also and try to find what's good for her. So it's fair to say, I think both sexes, it's fair to say that you both should play a part in seeking what's best for you. I'd like to see what you guys think about that and what your feelings are. Um, and you need to, like Dexter was saying, extreme, opposites. It just depends. You can be setting yourself up for disaster, really, if it's all over the map, all out of whack. No type of coming together and cohesiveness. The opposites is so extreme that it literally sucks the life out of you. You know how you may be in a situation with someone that they're decent people, but they are literally sucking the life out of you because of the way that they live, the way that they get down, the way that they bounce their ball, the way that they do everything. They're decent people, but when you deal with them, you're totally drained. You're totally just, oh my goodness, this is just too much. You can't even focus on your own situation and your own issues, your own life, because you're so caught up in the dynamics of what's going on with them, what's happening with them, where they're going, where they've come from. Everything is always all over the map that it literally drains you. That is truly a setup for disaster. Who would want to seek something like that? Unless you have a codependency on one another. And I have seen that where two will have codependencies on one another for whatever reason. This person need the nurturer. This person need the little edge type of thriller type of person, and they kind of become codependent and need each other for the wrong reasons, and they clutch onto that, and it's hard for them to break free. And it even goes even further. They can be codependent with the physical, the physical thing they got going on. They both are addicted to one another, where it's hard. Because trust me, this is going in a different direction, but trust me, people can become, what's the word I want to use, uh, addicted. you know when you said the person might be a big spender and the other person may help out. Yes, and that's true. That's true. I'm gonna get to that in a minute too, Dexter. But you can be dependent on, you can be addicted to someone who, has you have these physical connections. this tie that you can't break. It seems like you try to break, you go get with somebody else, but then this other person is just calling you, literally just in your head, calling you to come back to them. So you can have addictions with that, for real, for real, for real. But yeah, the opposites in regards, Dexter, of the spending and yeah, that's a big one because I've seen that. I've seen where every time a dollar comes through the household, a person is spending it. I don't care on what, don't know how to budget, don't want to learn how to budget. They are used to just buying and doing what they want, and they keep spending the money up. And here you got the thrifty person that's looking for don't spend any of theirs towards you. Yeah, yeah. um you look at the thrifty person that's saying, oh man, we need to look for these sales, we need to cut down a little bit, we need to work on our goals. And yeah, so you had that mismatch. And then, like what Dexter just brought up, you do have, you may have one who spends their money, and then the other person is like, nah, I'm holding on to mine. I'm holding, no, no. And every time you go somewhere, the couples, they go out, and you got, maybe when they were at the dating stage before they got into a relationship, the woman was used to the man pulling out the money most times than she did. I don't care where they went, what they did. He's always pulling out the money. She would offer here and there, but he felt like that was his thing to do. But sometimes men like for women to pull out their money too, as when the time warrants her to do that. Because in the beginning, I don't feel if he's asking her out on dates, he should be the one taking care of the dates. But then they get into this relationship, and she's still on that bandwagon of him always pulling out the money. He could say, well, I'm bringing home a pizza. He buys the pizza. And, or they go out to a restaurant. He pays the bill. Or they go to a concert. He pay. And she's never one to say, well, I got that. Dear, here's something on that. Here's the bridge toll. Let me put some gas in the car. Let me pay for the dinner this time. And it's one sided. And just because he's the man and you're now in this relationship together and you're doing things does not mean that he's supposed to pay for everything all the time. It doesn't. Unless you guys have that type of understanding where you both have you understand that the woman just don't have any money. Maybe she's not working. Maybe she don't have any cash right now. Or womb. That's a different thing. You guys have understanding, babe. I know you ain't got it. I got it. But she's working. She got a little money too. Y'all been coming together, taking care of things at the house. That's going fine, cool. But all this other extra stuff or whatever, or even planning trips, they're always looking for you to dig in your pocket. And not only will women do that to men, there's some men that'll do that to women. Really. That may be a topic for a whole nother video. But there are some men who will sit back and accept and allow the woman to pay all the time. It may have started off in the beginning as a situation. Maybe it was a situation. Maybe he had lost his job. Maybe he was short a few times. Maybe she asked him out to the date. Whatever the situation, she pulled out her money, and then it seemed like it just kept going that way. They would go out certain places and like going to the movies and get up to the window, and he kind of would step back and let her be the one to step up to the window and pay for the movie. And then they would get inside the theater, and he wouldn't even offer to buy the popcorn. He would let her stand in line and get the popcorn and maybe a hot dog or two and a drink. And you didn't spend $50 already up in there. That ain't probably including what it costs to get there. But she didn't pay it. And there are some men who just will not allow that to go. They will not allow a woman to be pulling out her money and he has it and they're out. And then some welcome the fact that she offers. Thank you, dear. Oh man, I appreciate you. Well, I got it this time. Maybe you can get it next time. And he truly means that. He's saying he got it this time, and maybe next time. That's just throwing a lug out there to you, ladies, that next time maybe you should offer, or maybe you should set something up, and I'll go. So it's it's those taking advantage of each other in those type of situations, and that's why it's so important to seek out what's best for you, because these type of things happen, and they happen soon and early in your relationship or dating, where red flags start to pop up. Boing, 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 boing. For you know it, there's all kinds of flags being waved. You might have tried to dismiss that first one. The first one was waved, and you like, oh, nah. Was that a red flag? No, that wasn't a red flag. No, it's still new. That wasn't. And then here comes the second one. Here comes the third one. So you got to pay attention to those red flags, grown folks. They're there. You are seeking. You're trying to find the right fit and right match for you. And seeking does not mean chasing. Seeking does not mean being a bugaboo. Seeking does not mean, being persistent, just kind of just all on a person's neck. That's not seeking. Take your time, be comfortable. Nothing has to be rushed. Where some women would be like, "You've got it," and I'll be like, "Hey, we save money, but these women are not thinking." Yeah, that's true. That's true. These type of women are not thinking in that way. And Dexter, and it takes all kinds. It's all different kinds of women and men, and it just depends on where the mindset is and what page they're on in regards to genuinely trying to do the right thing. You know what I'm saying? Some of them, no, they're not thinking about tomorrow. They're not thinking about tomorrow. They just, some don't even think out of the box of today. It's like, I want to do this today. I want to spend all this today. I want to make it happen today. And tomorrow may not get here. And they're not thinking out the box about tomorrow. But you have got to be thrifty and think outside the box, because tomorrow may come. Although tomorrow may not come, but tomorrow may come. And when tomorrow does come, then what you gonna do? If you didn't, depleted and took care of everything today, there's nothing left for tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? Um, he has been paying her from day one while playing her for day one. Wow. Yeah, and see, that's cold. That's cold when one has not been working, and you sitting up there, and you just kind of you allowing your partner to do it all. You allowing your partner to be sucked up like I don't know what. Boom. And they taking care of all of it from day one. From day one, you thought, okay, you had these big plans. They was gonna get it together. They was gonna get a JLB, blah blah. Then it becomes the one partner that carries all the weights with handling everything, and it seems to be on that page and not going nowhere, being played. Because what happens is the person gets complacent and comfortable with things being a certain way and them not having to do certain things. They get comfortable. They know that you're going to take care of it because that's your character. That's your drive. You're the go-getter. You're the maker. You're the one that makes it or breaks it. You're the one that keeps it going. So they know that you're going to do that. So they kind of relax a little, and it's wrong. It's wrong, because in this day and age, it takes two. It takes two strong go-getters, and nobody's judging what your focus is. You could be entrepreneurship, you can be, networking and making money in that way. You could be doing whatever your brand is and you're doing things that's going to contribute to the whole of the equation and the foundation. Do you guys support one another, but you have got to be rowing that boat together. Because one person rowing that boat and their arms get tired and they can't row no more, or they may flip over and fall inside the deep blue sea. You know what I'm saying? Bugaboo! Oh man. Anyway, they fall over in the ocean and it ain't nobody else rowing the boat. Well, the boat ain't gonna go nowhere. It's gonna sit right there in the middle of the ocean, and you gonna be wide open for piranhas and sharks and jaws and incredible Mr. Limpets and all kinds of stuff to come and get you. But if you're both rowing, you know, you got the other one that can help say the other one. You got the other one. When your arms get tired, baby, my arms is doing it. When my arms get tired, baby, your arms is doing it. But at the same time, you still keeping that boat balanced and going and getting to you to where you got to go together. Okay? So this has been a joy. I gotta go though. Y'all got me going. I'm on fire. Once I get into it, I'm into it. But seeking women, seek also men, seek also. Find that right fit for you. Okay? Come together and find that right fit for you. Don't let someone choose you and you haven't decided to choose them, because they have to be right for you too. You the prize, they the prize. Y'all become the prizes. You get me? So work together with that. I gotta go. Thanks, Dexter. When you was the bomb. Good feedback there. And everybody who's viewing, I want you to have a wonderful day. Be cool. We got gray skies out here, y'all. I don't know if it's getting ready to rain, but California weather is off the hook. We just had 114-degree weather less than a week ago up in my neck of town, and now you got to wear a coat. Lord have mercy. All right, y'all. Stay good. Love yourself. And I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.